Hey everybody, my name is Hunter and I am the Green Investor. Welcome to the channel. This is my first video on YouTube, and today I wanted to talk about my investing portfolio I have here on M1 Finance. Before we go into that, I wanted to first talk to you guys about the goals for this channel. I created this channel to not only share my journey as a beginner investor to eventually become a sophisticated investor alongside you guys watching, but also hope to continue to gain more knowledge about investing, finance, other business related topics, and some environmental themes related to investing. Now, not wasting your folks' time any longer, I wanted to first give a portfolio update for the month of May and my journey so far with investing. And as you can see, I started in late January of this year, and since then I have learned a tremendous amount about investing and becoming financially literate to someday become financially independent or free, which is the ultimate goal. If you don't already know what financial independence is, it's basically where I won't need to depend on my 9 to 5 job to pay off expenses I have in my life, but rather I can work on my own terms and enjoy life or do the things I want to do, like working on projects that truly match my values, which I could cover for you guys in future videos. Hopefully, I am able to achieve this in the next 15 years and sustain this throughout the rest of my life. That is the goal. And without further ado, let's take a look at my portfolio. Now, going into my portfolio, I wanted to first cover my taxable brokerage account here on M1 Finance. I am really pushing towards living off of dividends within the next 15 years. But I feel it is hard to obtain a $1 million portfolio, which is usually ideal in most cases. But to obtain this in 15 years, when you have just graduated from college like myself, and or starting off with little to no wealth built up, it can be very hard to achieve a $1 million portfolio. So I am still working on establishing several income streams to build my wealth. And I did a little research, and eventually I came across the idea of not needing a huge portfolio to live off of dividends. One way I'm able to achieve this is through high yield monthly paying exchange traded funds, or ETFs, which are like a bundle or basket of stocks such as Vivo, JetB, RYLD, QYLD, and NUSI. The point of these funds is to not beat the S&P 500, but rather provide investors income now, sacrificing capital appreciation. If you have not heard of these funds, I can go more in depth on them in a future video, but they are typically meant for generating income for investors now rather than in the future. As you can see, I've already devoted about $5,000 into this slice, but honestly, it really would have been a lot smarter for me to invest that $5,000 into growth stocks or funds, then transfer that money into these income ETFs in 15 years, as I would have ended up with a greater sum of money due to that capital appreciation from those growth stocks. But rather than selling these and switching them to a growth stock or fund, I decided to just hold and receive those monthly income dividends for now. So that brings me to my second slice. I am dedicated to dollar cost averaging $200 a month to these growth ETFs that follow an index like the S&P 500, but incorporate the consideration of environmental, social, and governance values, or ESG, within these three ETFs. The reason I chose this is because I feel the money we use to invest into companies, even as retail investors, has a huge impact on influencing the success of companies. Thus, I wanted my investments to reflect my values, where investments will make a difference in the world, hopefully for the greater good. Now, these two slices are not the only slices I plan on having within this account. I wanted to show you the beginning of my portfolio, and as time goes on, I foresee myself analyzing companies with you guys and hopefully continuing to grow my capital along with staying in the lines of my personal values. I'm already planning my next couple of videos where I plan on going over some companies I already have my eyes on and how I analyze companies to determine if they're worth investing in my portfolio. Now, I don't only have a taxable account, but I also have a Roth IRA I invest in that uses a different strategy from my taxable account. In this portfolio, I focus on dividend growth investing along with investing in some growth companies I feel will grow and still be around 20 to 30 years from now, which I know is a long time, but I won't be able to touch this money for another 30 plus years due to my age. I actually started investing within my Roth IRA a little before my taxable account because the Roth IRA has tax advantages like not having to pay taxes on gains and dividends received after turning 59 and a half. I have this portfolio split up into sectors, as you can see. The biggest sector is technology, and typically I like to only invest in well-known companies. So you can see like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Salesforce, Visa, Intel, MasterCard, Adobe, PayPal, Facebook, Cisco, and Alibaba. My second largest sector is ETFs, where I have VOO that tracks the S&P 500, VTI for the total stock market, SCHD and DGRO for dividend appreciation, and also VGT. Next is real estate, where I have DLR, STAG, STORE, AMT, OHI, and MPW. Also have financials, where I have JP Morgan Chase, S&P Global, T. Rowe Price, and Aflac. Also healthcare, where I have Vertex, AbbVie, Medtronic, Stryker, United Health Group, Merck & Co., Johnson & Johnson, CVS, and Pfizer. In industrials, I have Lockheed Martin, Waste Management, Caterpillar, Honeywell, and 3M. In consumer discretionary, you can see I'm pretty down on that one. But in here I have Disney, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Best Buy. This is my utility sector. I have NextEra Energy, Duke Energy, Dominion Energy, and American Waterworks. In my consumer staples pie, I have Target, Pepsi, Costco, Walgreens, Procter & Gamble, Clorox, and Kimberly-Clark. And in my gaming sector, right over here, I only have one ETF, which is called Hero. I think they have companies like EA Sports, Nintendo, Unity in there. A lot of great companies. And lastly, I have Telecom, where I have Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon. Now, I have not completely incorporated my environmental, social, and governance values within this portfolio yet, but I plan on reanalyzing companies with you guys in the near future to adjust my portfolio. I have contributed the max amounts for both the 2020 and 2021 tax year for my Roth IRA, and I plan on always contributing the highest possible amount every year, as this will hopefully be income I am able to use once I turn 59 and a half, in addition to my taxable account. Now, in addition to my portfolios, I also wanted to quickly show you all the dividends I have received from my investments so far. And as you can see, I started in early February or late January, and I did not start receiving dividends till March. And there's a little bit of an inconsistency with the amount of dividends paid out due to more companies paying their dividends in March. And I know these are super small amounts of dividends received, but I wanted to show you all the start of my journey, and hopefully it will motivate you to start or keep going. Continue to follow me throughout my dividend growth journey and income investing strategy. Now, before I end this video, if you guys are just starting your investing journey and looking for a brokerage to begin, I have a referral link to M1 Finance down below. I wanted to be fully transparent and let you know that it is an affiliate link, and when you guys sign up and deposit $100, we both will receive $30, which is basically a win-win. There is no disadvantages to that. And as of the making of this video, M1 Finance is still offering this deal, and I don't see them stopping it anytime soon. So don't be afraid to get started. Well, anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, want to see more videos like this in the future, or found any of this useful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I would love to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.